Hey everyone, today we discuss top conferences and journals in computer science and related areas. So to be a good researcher, we need to read a lot of papers and publications. The question is, from which conferences or journals should we read the papers from? So you could ask Google, Bing, or ChatGPT for sure, and they'll tell you the answer. For example, here, if you search list of computer science conferences, Google will point you to some websites like the Wikipedia, the list of computer science conferences. Let's click here. So you can browse a lot of conferences here, but one limitation is that in every field, they kind of sort the publications alphabetically, but do not really tell the difficulty level, which one is the top ones, which was secondary ones, and so on. Another resource that we could go to is research.com, where you could see, for example, the number of impact score here, such as the number of citations that every conference get. And on the upper left here, you could choose the area that you want. For example, here you find computer hardware architecture, computer network, computer security, and so on. But I would say the categorization is kind of too broad, like even my area, operating and distributed systems areas, are not really listed here. So another resource that I like is csrankings.org. Type csrankings.org on Google and you'll find the link. So let's go to the website. Today we will be just discussing the left panel here. And in another chapter, in another video, we will discuss the ranking on the right panel. On the left panel, you could see the three giant pillars on the computer science field, mainly artificial intelligence, systems, and theory. Let's take a look at each of them. Inside AI, you have several subfields such as the AI itself, computer vision, machine learning, natural language processing. Next, we have systems. What is this systems area? It is an overarching field that encompasses many subfields including computer architecture, networks, security, database, embedded systems, high-performance computing, mobile computing, operating systems, programming languages, and software engineering. In essence, if you wonder what is behind the big systems that are running behind the internet and why they are fast and why they are reliable, these are the subfields that will teach you how to build real-world systems out there. Then in each of this area, you could click it, right? And it will tell you the top conferences or journals in every area. For example, here inside AI, the AI pillar under the computer vision, for example, here we have CVPR, we have ECCV, ICCV. Under the machine learning area, we have ICLR, ICML, NeurIPS, and KDD. Next, if we move to systems, and I've opened each of the areas here, you'll find all the conference acronyms, right? S+, ISCA, Micro, HPCA, SIGCOMM, NSTI, CCS, SIGMOD, ICDE, right? DEC, MSOF, HPDC, SC stands for supercomputing, MOBICOM, MOBISIF, Sigmatrix, OSDI, SOSP, PLDI, POPL, FSC, ICSI, and so on, right? Lots and lots of different acronyms. And down here, you can also open theory and interdisciplinary areas too, and you'll find more acronyms. And these acronyms are very, very important as they represent the various research communities. So if you want to dive into an area, you need to know these acronyms. Next, let's dive further down. Let's just select systems. Let me pick operating system because this is my area of expertise. If you click operating system, it will pop up the main conferences in this area. And by the way, in some fields such as systems, conferences are considered more prestigious than journals. So this list of 5 acronyms are all conferences and not journals. And why in computer science conferences are more prestigious than journals? That's another long story for another video. Okay, we have OSDI and SOSP that are being checked by default. What does this tick mark mean? Well, CS ranking basically ranks universities based on how many papers they publish in these top conferences. The top 2 ones in operating systems are OSDI and SOSP, but it doesn't mean that other conferences are less prestigious. But it is true that it is harder to get your papers accepted at OSDI or SOSP. The other operating system conferences you will see in this category is Eurosys, FAST, Usenix, and ATC. You can check them too, right? So for example here, check them. Right, and you would see the rankings on the right hand side would also change. They're also strong conferences. Like I would be grateful to have my papers accepted in any of these conferences. So what should you do after you see these acronyms? My suggestion is to go to google.com and type the acronym and add the word technical program as well as the year. For example here, let me choose Usenix ATC because this is a large conference. I would go to google.com and type Usenix ATC 2024, a specific year, and type technical program. right? You could also do this for other acronyms you want. For example, SIGMOD 2024 Technical Program and SDI 2024 Technical Program, and Google will point you to the right place. Let's click the number 1 entry here. So here, you would land on the Usenix ATC website, and you could look at the top menu and hover your mouse on the program. It will pop up another menu, and you want to click the technical session. Here, you can see the list of papers that have been accepted. Let's scroll down slowly, and for now, let's browse the session names or the track names so that we could get a feel of the topics of the papers that are being presented. Okay, so we have cloud computing, we have machine learning inference. Let's keep scrolling down. We have storage, we have networks, we have edge computing like IoT stuff, we have operating systems, we have another operating system, we have correctness, we have machine learning training, security, machine learning systems, co-design, that sounds interesting. We have networks, right? And memory, reliability. We also have deployed systems, right? Here, basically, you will learn about real systems that are being deployed at scale out there. For example, from Alibaba Cloud, Meta or Facebook, Uber, as well as national supercomputers. Right? Okay, next we have more sessions like virtualization, security, storage, hardware, right? And potpourri, right? So as you can see, the topics are quite diverse, and that's what you will see today in many computer science conferences. Let's scroll down to the first session again. Let me show you basically on some websites like this Usenix website, you could see the paper PDF and presentation by clicking here the available media, or just you could click the paper title. Right, so let's click the paper title. So here, you could browse down, right? You could download the PDF. You could see that the artifacts is available and have been evaluated. And you could also see the YouTube, okay? So for example, let's click the PDF. So here you get a PDF. Again, you could scroll down the paper. Again, I think we are very grateful that we have a lot of open publications that are provided by Usenix that you could read. And if you go back to here, you could also click the video. And again, you could see, great presentation but from the speakers.
Now we explore the latter option. The latter, which is only GPU 4, 8. Start with.
Right, so again, you could even go to the Usenix YouTube website and find a lot of different presentation. So again, that's basically what you're going to get from conference websites like from Usenix or other ACM or IEEE websites. You're going to get a lot of resourceful information about the paper titles, the paper itself, and maybe to the YouTube videos, and hopefully you could use these resources. Before we end this video, I want to show one more powerful resource. Previously, I told you to Google the conference name to find the technical program. Another extremely useful resource you can use to see the full history of all papers in that conference is by going to dblp.org. So in the search box, type the acronym for DBLP Usenix ATC. For example, that's the conferences that I want to see, right? And if you click here, you're going to get a very long list. Right? So on the right panel, you can see that there's a lot of like almost 1,500 papers published in these conferences. You could also click based on the years, right? So for example, let's just click the open one here. So you're going to get like 1,500 papers. You could see the refined by year, and you could click by year. For example, let's say you want to click the 2015, there are about 48 papers, right? So you click there, So this will be just, 48 papers that are provided in the 2015. But again, if you want to see the full list again, just click the 2015 again, and basically you're going to get the full year. Right? And you can see today in this year, 2024, they need to accept 78 papers because again, the computer science conferences and the computer science community is basically keeps growing, right? And again, if you click the 2024, there you go. Basically, you could look at all the titles, the 78 papers that have been published in this year. Okay guys, that's all for today's video. I've shown you how to find top conferences and journal names in your area from csrankings.org. Then you could search the technical program from Google, and then you could go to dblp.org. And in the next video, I will discuss why it is important to know these conferences and journal names. Yeah? See you next time.